first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Go now, 50, plant. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Be grip.
Off play action. Lawrence. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He's at the 30, 10, good for touchdown, 49ers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Oh, a battle for him, and this will be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that one.
And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Don't pull my hair, boy. Stop.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. That is complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They run. It's Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Dice, they'll try to run it. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Ricky.
Yo, we gonna go? We're going.
What's you?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Able to get away. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
They cheated.
Take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
See how much fun you got?
Big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get him out near the 40 to the 39. Now we're in a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. It's a great throw right there. And really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy,
and now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
58 to Mike, 58.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Tell me in the comments.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Lawrence looking for Campbell downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, there was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, hell.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one fielded at the 5.
I'm not trying to be on the phone, trying to go to the 5 and
And nice work on the return. Their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Williams in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long.
Boy!
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail the offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us.
Let's get there and bring it down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Off the play fake, Morris. Over the middle, complete. It's May. They're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 30 yards. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10. First to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know, Darnold, just frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Good for 26 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Off-play action. Lawrence. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
Let it
go. Taking
go.
up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on, man.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Look at me.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Go get him. Go get him.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They begin the drive with Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain. It does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. And that one got tipped. Got threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I gotta get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what's going to be good and bad for your team.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's caught, Smith, 20. 10, and he takes it deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come here, boy. Go ahead, get it from out of there.
Set to begin the next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Catch made here by Campbell. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Cannon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pump it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again. Lawrence. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Lawrence. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that was scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. He's got Smith here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The clock showing 19 seconds to go.
In the fucking bathroom.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So for the Niners, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right.
Oh, bye.
This magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say now I hit the like lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music can be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you know, you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me run up in a piece of magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. You were me, it didn't happen. Look in the mirror now.
How many minutes? 50?
From the